Hello and welcome back for another episode of Truly Bedrock with me, Mr. Beardstone. As you can see, I'm a little bit shinier than I was last episode, and I have to say it feels pretty good. So between episode 1 and now, not too much has changed, apart from the fact I've spent lots of time at the enchanting table over here, although I've still got one more enchant I need to do. Sharpness 4, yep, that'll do. Oh, we got looting 3 as well, excellent. But you may notice I also have something new in my hand. So this is a spyglass, and actually that animation is quite cool. But when you're in first person, it is basically a built-in zoom key, which Bedrock has never had the option of before, apart from, of course, the field of view changer that I have been using, which is kind of an external thing. But this is so much more satisfying, and to be honest, I love that clicking sound. So I did make myself and a couple of others some telescopes and had a little play about with those.
Nobody's rendering in. That's sad, though.
Yeah.
Can we increase the render distance just to, so we can see each other?
You wanted potatoes as well, didn't you? There you go.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you very much.
Hello, that was a fun distraction.
You're welcome for the potatoes. They weren't mine. I stole them from Silent.
Shh, no, you didn't.
Oh, okay. I mean, I did no such thing. And to aid us on our quest today, I also met up with Slack.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Oh.
Don't worry, I'll just fall down here.
Yeah, see you later.
There's vines everywhere. So
the vines are so helpful.
I know, right?
Come into my shack.
Tiz, Beard, and Silent.
Well,
fancy shack you got going on.
It was my shed, and then I went mining, came back up, and Tiz had evicted me and put all my stuff outside. But instead of kicking him out, just don't look at that. Don't worry about that. No, look, pretend that's not there. I've chosen to ignore that. Because that's not normal. So, no. Trapdoor's over it. Doesn't exist, Slack. Doesn't exist. So, yeah. You got some goods for me. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, fancy. Oh, fancy. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good,
yeah,
good
that's very good doing business with you. I now have what I need to actually be able to go get loads of sand. So I'm going to be heading over to your desert to rip it up soon.
Did we really just go through the door and... What did you do?
Nothing. Huh? I didn't do nothing. I thought you were about to go back through the door. That's all.
Hacks!
No. I wasn't.
Hacks!
I wasn't going to do anything.
Hacks.
It's
What?
personal.
Hacks.
No. It's. Look,
Hacks.
there's no need to.
Hacks! Hacks!
Look.
Oh, you don't have a death yet. Hacks!
So now we have a couple of shulker boxes, a full set of enchanted tools and armor, and we're ready to begin today's episode. So the plan for today is to make a start on our actual starter home. I know we're going to be living over here in the main village. That will always be our spawn house. However, I need somewhere that's going to be close to where we're actually going to be building our main base. Mainly so we can start stocking up resources. So I have been doing a little bit of scouting out, and the sun's going down, so I should probably have a quick nap. So as I was saying, I've been doing some scouting out, and as you can see, someone is building a lovely big building over there, which I believe is Rogue Fox, and this is the spawn village, just down here. So my main base is actually going to be going just over there. That's the spot I've marked out for it anyway. It's going to be somewhere in that kind of an area. But I'm not going to have the resources available to me to actually make a start on that main base anytime soon. However, I do want to start collecting the resources for that. So what we're going to do is build a kind of base between bases, as one might say. And that's going to be situated just over here in this sort of natural recession in the cliff we've got here. We're going to be building the Beardy Bunker. And just up there is the territory we've sort of marked out for our main base. So this is going to be sort of below what will eventually be our main base. So it will probably blend into it at some point in the future. But initially, that's what we're going to do. And yes, we're going to be building a bunker because I need to feel safe. This is a very, very strange world. The terrain is just odd everywhere you go, pretty much. And I don't know, I just feel like I need to be sheltering. So that's what we're going to do. To do that, however, I do need to get myself some concrete, which means I need sand and gravel, and I'm also going to need a bit more diorite. I've got some, but I need a bit more, and I believe last episode we stumbled across a diorite and birch forest, which was absolutely disgusting, but it's going to give us what we need, I suppose. So first things first, let's head back to the main spawn village if I can get around. And I have to say, these vines, although they're literally everywhere, which, as I say, very odd, they are so useful for getting around because this is a very hilly kind of world. There's a lot of steep cliffs and things everywhere, and these vines really do aid in the whole getting around thing. So yeah, although they can look a bit messy, at the same time, I'm kind of grateful they're there. My original plan was to come back here and actually make a list of everything that I needed, but I've realised I don't actually have any squid ink at the moment, so I can't even make a writable book. So we're just going to have to list it off and hope we remember. So first up was sand, and I remember from our day one shenanigans, we went over this way and we found ourselves a nice big desert. So I think if we go over there, we'll be able to pinch some sand and no one's even going to notice. Right, now that we're here in the desert, I think we're probably far enough away from everyone. I don't want people overhearing, but I've been having some really strange dreams lately. I keep seeing these like futuristic sciencey type things, and I keep seeing myself there as well, and I can't decide if it's kind of like some weird dream or some kind of out-of-body experience, or even if it's a memory. It could even be a memory. I don't really know at this stage, but you know, I'm aware that they're happening, but I don't want to talk about them when I'm over in the spawn town because I don't want anyone to overhear me, because at this stage I'm still not entirely sure I can trust them. I still don't really know exactly how I got here and whether that's because of them or because of something else. Until we figure things out, I just want to keep it between me and you, alright? Right, we've had a quick nap and now it's time to grab some sand. We've got the sand that we need, and I also managed to kill a drowned and get a trident, which I'm very pleased about because, well, they're a little bit harder to get these days because you can't get them from converting a zombie spawner into a drowned farm these days. So, nice to have one of those behind our back. Let's get back to spawn, though, and crack on with what we need to do. Next up, I believe, is going to be white dye. So when it comes to getting white dye, we have a couple of options, either bones or these lilies, and I don't have any bones, but I do know where I can get more of these lilies. So we're going to head off in that direction. We're going to go pick ourselves a few more of these lilies. We don't need lots and lots of it, but, you know, half a stack of them should do us just fine. But also, while we're over there, we're going to kill two birds with one stone. And we're going to chop some wood as well, because that's something else we're going to need a fair amount of. Can't have a base without chests and barrels, after all. Well, on my way to get the flowers, I appear to have gotten lost again. And I'm really not surprised anymore. We have actually come across a soul sand valley. And look at this, look. We've got, like, bubbling blood red water. How cool is that? Just naturally generated by the looks of it. I mean, it looks cool, but it is also worrying, of course. It's definitely very worrying. This is pretty much every biome now from the Nether we have actually found in the overworld. And I'm going to go check that portal as well, see if there's anything fancy over there. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this because it looks so cool. Now I need to try and find my way back to that forest again. I think it's that one just over there, actually. So it appears I've just stumbled across this ravine, which is actually where Jessie B is basing, and it looks amazing. This whole place just... look at it. It's so pretty. Oh, geez, Jessie, don't do that. That's terrifying. But yeah, this is going to be amazing. I think Jessie's just, by the looks of it, spending a couple of weeks prettifying this area as like a starter base type thing. But, I mean, it just looks beautiful already. That clay works really well. I mean, I don't know why it's there, but it looks nice. Anyway, right, we're getting distracted again. Let's get back to our base, which is not too... oh, almost fell off. Which is not too far from here, I don't think. But how do I get back out? How did I get in here? Oh dear, I'm lost. So that tells me it was probably Jessie, actually, that was building this path, because just over this hill here, this actually takes us directly back to Spawn Town. So that's really close, and it's looking pretty cool. And there we go, there is Spawn Town. Right, so let's get home and figure out what we need to do next, which I think is pretty much going to be making lots and lots of white concrete. You see, what I've noticed from those dreams or flashbacks or whatever they are that I keep having is there's lots of white concrete everywhere. So I figure if I build with white concrete, maybe my memory would come back. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So I've just bumped into Silent at home and he's looking suitably creepy. So I joined him with the whole looking creepy. But it's fine. It's fine. Oh my God, that's terrifying. Look at his face. Oh my days. That's like an axolotl pig combo. That's just absolutely terrifying. Oh my God. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I love it. I love it. I actually love it. Right, now I think we're finally ready to make the white concrete we need for our build. So, being bedrock, there's only one real way to do this, and that, of course, is to stack them up, cover them in water, and then dig our way back down. So I'll see you in a little while. We should have a good view from up there, though, so I'm taking my telescope. Well, we've reached the build limit and I brought my telescope with me so we can get a good overview of the land around here. So that village over there is where Liara is currently staining some copper blocks by the looks of it. And over this side here, we have our central portal in the lake, and that is the spawn village. Over the back there is where Jess's ravine is, and over this side here is where we're building our base. I think just a little bit further on is where DB is going to be basing, and I think Groover is down there somewhere. So yeah, everyone's going to be very close this season, and I'm really looking forward to it. For now, however, time to do some digging. A couple of trips to build limit later, and we've got just over 10 stacks of white concrete, and we've still got some in powder form because we're going to need that as well. And I think with gathering that, we might actually have everything we need to go make a start on our first little bunker base. So I've made it over here to the location where we're going to be building the bunker, and I've changed my mind. We're going to build it over there instead. Because I think the terrain around here is going to work a bit better with it, and with the base plans, I think it's going to make more sense for me to have the bunker down here. And we're actually going to save that for something in future. So, first things first, I guess, is probably going to be to make an entrance of sorts, and then we can start working out the layout on the inside.
Let's go paint the town red, what you say? You know that I would, but I got bills to pay. Take me dancing in your living room. Take your shoes off. Do, 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 do. Money makes the world go round. Money can't buy the love we found. Money troubles go away. I got bills to pay, my baby. Bills to pay. I got bills to pay, my baby. I got bills to pay. Hey Jim, let's go shopping up and down the way. Well, I'll buy you anything 'cause it's your special day. Yeah. You don't have to be the latest fashion. You don't have to be made of gold. I don't need no fancy handbag if I got your hand to hold. Money makes the world go round. Money can't buy the love we found. Money troubles go away. I got bills to pay, my baby. I got bills to pay. I got bills to pay, my baby. I got bills to pay. Woo!
And there we have it, our cute little beardy bunker. So obviously this is not exactly a large place, but it is exactly what we need to be able to store everything, basically, that we are going to need for our big base. So to give you a little tour, we've actually made some use of some of the new blocks here. This is polished deep slate, and I have to say I'm absolutely in love with it. It's the first kind of proper look I've had at some of these new blocks, and these are some other variants of deep slate we've got down here, but this one in particular, it works so well in this sort of bunker setting. It looks quite futuristic, it looks a bit metallic, and I absolutely love it. So as you can see, we have kept the entrance fairly small, fairly obscure. We will of course link up the paths and everything like that to the main village at some point, but when we go inside, we've got all of our basic workstations and smithing tables. We've even got a water pool there. Well, we did have a water pool there. What's going on there? So it turns out, although not activated, I did still have an RTX pack on, and that was making the water disappear. There is water there, see? Told you. We've also got a little bit of storage under the floor, which is probably mainly going to be used for fuel, and on this side we have a bit of a leaky bedroom. So I have actually put water on top and occasionally it drips down, which gives it quite a cool little effect. I do need to get a few finishing details in here, like some flower pots and bits of decoration and whatnot, but this is pretty much just the bedroom. There's some dripping there, and it gives me somewhere to rest my head, as well as a little bit of storage in here. I will get an ender chest and whatnot in here as well, when I actually have one become available to me. And this is the room that it's all about. So this is just our storage area. So we're going to be collecting lots of clay and concrete and other bits and bobs, and basically just storing them over here. So when we do start on our main base build, we have everything we need a little bit closer to the location. Think of this as kind of like a build base for our main base. So as I say, I have still got a few finishing touches to put on here. I want to get some cracked stone in the floor and maybe experiment with a few more of the new blocks and things, and I imagine this place will evolve a little bit over time. But for now, this is certainly going to do its job, and it's going to do exactly what we need. Yeah, I think I'm really pleased with that. I think it's probably time, however, to head back to the main spawn village and make plans for what we need to do next. I'm just making the struggling climb to get back here, which is basically the midway point between the village and where my bunker is, which is just on the other side of that hill there. I've realised we really do need to get a proper path in here, so I think that's probably going to be a project we'll save for next episode, but it's definitely going to be a bit of a priority, because we're going to be doing lots of back and forth, and at the moment it's just an absolute pain, despite having the wonderful vines helping us out. So we've made a good start, we've got some big plans coming, and I think for now, however, that is going to be the end of the episode. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. We've actually made a start on a build already, which is quite nice, but we've got a lot of resource gathering to do in prep for the next episode, because I found a little something which we're going to be taking advantage of straight away in the next episode. But for that, you'll have to tune in. So don't forget to drop a like, leave a subscribe if it's the first time you've been here, and I will see you all on the next episode of Truly Bedrock. Bye-bye now.